When working stripes in the round, a small jog appears at the beginning of the round, which is due to working in a spiral, and therefore ending with a stitch in one colour and starting with a stitch in the other colour right next to it. In this video, I will show two different methods to make the transition less visible. In the first method, I start with the new colour after the round marker. And work the entire round. When I am back at the beginning of the round, I move the marker and then I lift the stitch below the first stitch onto the left needle. I then knit the two stitches together. In this way, a smooth line is formed in the new colour. I will now change to a new colour again and work the first round. At the beginning of the round, I move the marker and lift the underlying stitch onto the needle and knit the two stitches together. You can now see how the transition has become smoother at the colour changes. This method utilises that the first stitch in the new colour is pulled over 2 rows. So in a stripe which here is 4 rounds, there will only be 3 stitches in height right after the beginning of the round. It works fine in slightly wider stripes, but with a narrow stripe like here of only 2 rounds, it becomes very clear that there is only 1 stitch in height. I will therefore show another technique which works better for narrow stripes, as the number of rows is maintained all the way around. I have here worked up to the beginning of the round and need to change to a new colour. But before I continue knitting, I place the last stitch I worked back onto the left needle. Then I pick up the yarn in the new colour. I make a yarn over on the right needle and place the last stitch back onto the right needle. The yarn over lies over the last stitch. And now I continue knitting in the round in the new colour. When I am back at the beginning of the round, I knit the yarn over together with the last stitch. I tighten a little by pulling the yarn. I have now worked the second round of my stripe and am again at the marker. Before I change to the other colour, I again place the last stitch back onto the left needle. Then I pick up the new colour, make a yarn over and place the stitch back onto the right needle. Again, I tighten the stitches a little before I continue knitting. Back at the beginning of the round, I knit the yarn over together with the last stitch. You can see here how the rows are pulled together, and there is the same number of rows all the way around. This method can even be used for stripes of only one round in each color.